Grace and peace. I hope everybody's feeling blessed this evening. All right, so I'm doing automatic writing, and a question that came up out of my collective energy was, how are we supposed to know if a blessing is truly coming from God? And I love it because that's such a good question. This is a question you should always ask yourself, because I feel like a lot of people see things that they want come in and they assume God is giving them what they want. And it's really important for you to understand that just because you perceive something to be a blessing coming into your life doesn't mean it is. And on top of that, the devil will present you with a blessing that he knows God said he wasn't ready to give you yet, just so that you mess up your path. So with those two things in mind, you really do understand that how you perceive a blessing, your perception on what a blessing is, needs to be always evaluated. That's the first thing I'm going to say needs to happen. So instead of perceiving things you want as a blessing, maybe start asking if this is something that is supposed to work out for you. When they say test the spirit, this is a big factor, testing the spirit. You can always ask, God, is this from you? That's the first thing you should always ask. Is this from you, Lord? Let me know. Now, there are obvious blessings, such as, stepping over money and being able to pick it up, and you're at the grocery store and there's a sale going on, you get your groceries for half price. There's definitely times where you know. But for big things you know are kind of miraculous, you should always question the Lord. The next thing is understanding that when you get a blessing, there will be times where timing is a huge factor. When someone offers you something and they make it so that you have to make a quick decision, this is something that I'll always know is not from God. That's a telltale. So this one right here, this is that hidden tip. It got my nose itching. Hidden tip. If a blessing or if something is presented to you and you have to make a quick decision or it's gone, it's not from God, so it doesn't matter. Don't take it. Do not. But again, this life is for you to live. So if you want to see what happens, go ahead and take it. But if you're trying to walk a simpler life, there are ways to make your life simple. You don't have to have a burden every single day. You don't have to wake up and wonder whether or not this is what you should be doing. You can align with your entire life and live comfortably. And it starts with you being able to understand God, understand what He wants, understand how He speaks to you personally, because I cannot say how you're going to get signs. My signs are pretty blatant, but it's also because of my connection. You may format a connection that gets you signs that you hear verbatim. That's beautiful. Drop my shoe, I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, start asking whether or not this is a blessing that the Lord wants. A lot of times we want things now. So when something is presented to you quick, you jump on it quick because it's what the world has trained us to do. That quick gets you the most results. It don't. It don't. If something needs a decision out of you where you can't even consult God, you can't sit with God for 20 minutes to wait for Him to answer you if you should take this or not, no. That means it doesn't include God, so it can't be from Him. So I'm dropping these tips right here. So when it comes to understanding when something comes from God, first thing you want to do is evaluate what you perceive a blessing to be. If a blessing means you get what you want all the time, consider it, because what you want isn't what you need. So a lot of times when we want those things, you gotta be honest with yourself. You don't necessarily need it, you want it. And if it actually serves no purpose in your life besides the fact that you want it, you're just craving it, Yeah, decide. But understanding what a blessing is usually something that the Lord already had planned for you. So if you don't get it, that means it wouldn't have did you no good. We all know of stories where people have hit the lotto and they've never had that type of money before. And the true blessing wouldn't have been just to hit the lotto. It would have also been to become financially literate. So that now what you've gained, you can keep. But when you give that to someone who's not financially literate, who hasn't rebalanced themselves internally, it's likely that they're going into it with a poverty mindset. And that mindset is going to cause them to go right back to poverty. This is why what you want isn't what you need. Sometimes what you want adjusts when you really start to work on yourself. All right, I'm gonna go get in the shower. Hope you enjoyed my nightly ramble. Feel free to comment. I don't mind talking tonight. All right, love and light, y'all. And peace.